Okay folks, welcome to the Super Server Dudes server diaries. The other day I sort of went into a bit of a sort of brief overview of what my what system I've got running here, and what it actually, well, it didn't really explain what it did. So I'm here with you guys today to explain to you what a bit of what my system does. Okay, this here is my development server. I call this server Cookie. It's a Compact Proline ML370. It's currently got no drives in it at the moment. It's got an old floppy drive. It did have a tape drive in it, but I took it out. No need for that. And it's also got a nice old CD drive, not DVD. So this is quite an old server. It's an Intel Pentium 3 with 2 gigs of RAM. Yeah, pity pants. But it's great for development work, things like PHP and server-side applications. And that's basically all that is used for. And it's currently off at the moment. There's no drives in it because they're in these two new additions to my rack. I've had this one for a couple of weeks now, but this one came today, as the other day I was mentioning that this particular server at the top here wasn't booting. And when I took it out of the rack to send it back to the supplier, I actually found out why it wasn't booting. And the reason for it was basically it didn't have a RAID DIMM controller in it. Well, the RAID controller was in it, but it had no RAM, so the RAID controller couldn't operate. So now I've got a new one, but it came minus one of its CPUs. So I'm being told by the supplier that they're sending me one out today to be here in time tomorrow. So these two are basically the same. They'll have basically 3.6 gigahertz of dual processor power on an Intel CPU. They both have dual PSUs, power supply units, for those of you who are not in the know. Both of them have 4 gigs of RAM, and each one of these servers is running a terabit of space. Awesomeness. The Max Black 1U server, it's got an Intel 2.6 gigahertz processor in it. This is also running around a terabyte of space. Whippy-doo, it's got 3 drives in here. No, actually, no, it's not. It's got 2 drives in here. 2 500 gig hard drives running a terabyte of space. Woohoo! And 4 gigs of RAM. It's running CentOS 5.6 Final Edition with an install of CentOS Master. That runs my proxy, DNS, master web server. It also hosts a few of my friends' VPS servers which I use for testing, etc., etc. And they don't really do too much on that one. These two here, like I say, although they're on, they aren't doing anything at the moment because I'm hoping to move the data from this server here, the 1U unit, up into this one, and then hopefully these two will mirror each other and they'll become one of the same. So basically the top one will be a backup of the one below, and then I can move sort of more advanced tasks onto this. I want to turn this into a mono wall or something like that, so that'll be a really quite powerful router. Talking of routers, I wanted to go into a little bit more detail of what my Draytec Vigor 2820 router does. Now, this has got, I only sort of told you a couple of the features that this router had the other day, but I'm going to go into a little bit more detail and show you a bit what this router does. So, there are 4 ports for networking. There's one 1000 megabit, or so to say a gigabit port, and there are 4 T100 ports, which are your standard router ports. But the other cool thing with this router, like I said, it's got dual WAN, but it's got VPN features, it's got QoS features, it also has network authentication features, and it also has a dual WAN, and also it has backup WAN as well. So if you have like a full load of your main ADSL connection that comes in here, then it either switches to this or this, which is a USB port. This one here, you can plug a conventional. So if you've got two LANs coming into your home, then or two internet connections, you can basically wire one modem up to this and one straight from the phone line into this router, because it's also a modem. Also, you can do the same by putting in a 3G dongle. It will act, cancelling this one out, it will act as a backup. You can tell the router to switch either to this or to that. At the moment I've got them set up sort of with only one line at the moment, but I'm hoping to get a second line put into here. I actually use it from time to time. It's like a NAS port, so I can plug in like a pen drive or a USB drive into here, and it turns this port into or the drive itself into a network drive, which is great. Which you can access that from pretty much anywhere in the world if I want to. I don't. I only use it for local purposes only, but you can do. Above that is my 1 gigaport switch. Quite a cool little switch. It's got quite low latency, and I like this switch. I've got to say, I believe it's a Dynamode SW2410-R. For those of you who can't see that there, I don't really have much on it. It's I think it's a 24 port switch. It's quite a bad boy for what I actually use it for. And of course, my 17-inch CRT monitor, which, like I said the other day, I very rarely use. So we're just going to go to my workstation now. I call my little network operations desk, where I operate all these servers from. So stick with me and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay folks, welcome to my mini sort of network operations center, or office, aka office. For those of you who are not aware of what this machine is, it's a DV9000 from HP. It's a complete pain in the arse. As you can see among all the crumbs from my cake this afternoon, it's got a unusually large space, about 1.5 inches, possibly a little bit more, of space between the desk and the laptop. That is because these have the NVIDIA 7600 Go chipset graphics card in them, and they're a complete pain in the arse because they keep overheating, blue screening of death, and then the machine crashes. So it's not a great machine at the moment, and I'm trying to get the retailer and HP to talk to each other to get the goddamn thing fixed. Anyway, moving on. I have the 15-inch monitor, which I use for multitasking, which is hooked to the VGA socket on the side of the laptop. That's the blue thing you see up there, and I use that for multitasking at the moment. As you can see, I've got the router open here, and I've got the email application open here. I also have a little entertainment system on both sides of the laptop, speakers. Here you'll see another monitor. This serves pretty much a useless purpose. I very rarely switch this thing on. It could actually go in the server room and replace the old CRT if I really wanted to. But I've left it sort of on my desk because I may one day want to use it as a main machine monitor, which I'm planning to do with this machine here. It currently has Windows on it. I think it has Windows Vista or something on it at the moment. My remote for my TV, great TV, and also you will see my phone here. I will just move on and show you before I show you this thing working. I'll show you where this phone goes before it goes off to my Micro 1U server in the little comms room there in the rack. Okay, so here is my PAP2NA. It's the unlocked version. It's got one line going to it at the moment, as you can see, and one Ethernet cable. The Ethernet cable goes to a switch which I'll show you in a moment. But the reason why I was to show you this is because this is where the phone plugs into. It plugs into the phone line. There are two ports for the phone. Let's see if I can show you it. As you can see there, two ports, one Ethernet and one power cable. So at the moment the phone comes in here. It's at this point where the signal comes into here, it goes across its board and all its gobies inside. It then comes out of this cable and then it goes to the following adapter before leaving my desk, and then it goes to the server. Okay, so this is where it goes before it goes to my server room. As you can see, turn the light off so you can get a bit more detail there. As you can see there, it's basically just a standard, I believe it's an 8-port switch. It's not a gigabit switch, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's a nice switch, and it sits on the side of my my filing cabinet there. Here's the NAS drive which was in the server room the other day. I've now utilised it in my office, which is great. So yeah, that's the point of where the VoIP adapter goes before it leaves for the server room, which you saw earlier on. So anyway, back to the phone here. just to prove to you that this thing really does work, I just wanted to dial it out so you could hear it work. There you go, there's the dial tone. I've set this basically before I dial that. I've set this VoIP system up so you can use the phone as you normally would with a normal PSTN line. I could have it so you can press 9 for an outside line, and you can press all your your 102 or 103 or whatever extensions you set up on the PBX, the VoIP PBX. But in this particular case, I've set it up so you just dial it as you normally would from your house phone. So here we go. I'll dial BT so you can see it working. 0800 800 150. It does take a little bit of a while because it has to go quite a distance before reaching.
Hello.
There we go.
Thanks for calling BT. We may record your call to help us improve our service to you.
So that's BT. So that definitely does work. We'll just go to my phone in the hallway and we'll call my number. Okay, so now we're at my main BT phone line phone. So this is the PSTN line. This is nothing to do with my VoIP system, nothing to do with the servers. This is just a normal PSTN line. So what we're going to do now is we're going to dial my PSTN line. Not my PSTN line. We're going to dial out of my PSTN line and we're going to dial in to my system, to my VoIP system. So here goes. Okay, so now I've dialed the number. So here we go. So you press 1, and as you can see, you can get option 1, option and option 2. As you can see, the phone is ringing. Now I head back to the other phone and you'll be able to see it playing music to the caller. I'm not sure if you can hear it there, but among the office phone and in the distance you can hear the music. Okay folks, so that is my extended video for the video server diary, and I'm basically a bit more of an appeal really. So if you are a budding server administrator, or you've just got in the game and would like to know how to set up servers in your bedroom, garage, ice cream parlour, bathroom, shed, or anywhere else you'd like to set them up, then please get in contact, please comment down below, and I'll be more than happy to help with your inquiries. I do offer my services for free, and there's no catch, there's no hidden fees. I will, if you are genuine and you are willing to learn, just like I did when I first started, then I'm happy to help people who are interested also, as we all have to start somewhere. That somewhere being usually a whole lot of headaches and a lot of errors. And I'd just be like to make sort of lift that burden a little bit and help you on your way. I've come through pretty much every error in the book. I've come across every sort of stumble in the book. I've tripped over, I've dropped servers on my feet. I did just the other day, and just to prove it, I will show you the injury, and it bloody hurt, I can tell you. Bear with me. As you can see, here is my foot and the injury. Basically, I dropped a 22 kilo server unit on my foot, and by God did it bloody hurt. So there is my war wounds. It was black, blue and purple and every other colour in the medical history book going. So that was that. You see, I really wasn't joking. The war wounds to prove it. So yeah, if you're budding and you're willing to learn, I'm happy to help. So please rate, comment and subscribe. And again, once again folks, thanks very much for joining me, and see you next time. My name is Dean, the Super Server Dude. Bye for now.